'Cause it's just loose lips. I try better than I sing, so go ahead and enjoy.
Yeah, we've been super lucky though, mate. You know, in terms of like the people, the producers that we've got to work with. You know, and I guess you create your own look to a certain extent. But we've always been really focused on the community and the people that we meet, making solid connections, and we've always been open and honest, like how we met you. You know,
Yeah.
we've always been very fortunate to meet awesome people and have developed friendships. And with that French album, that was like the sort of the culmination of lots of those individual moments. Like, because we had a bit of a break in France, and we started touring there at the like back end of 2018 after our South City album. And then we went out there and we played this show called Transmusicale de Rennes. And it's like a huge, big event. Like, I don't know how many, but like 60,000 people or something go. And it's like it's over 3 days, and it's in old aeroplane hangars in Rennes. And I think there's hangar 1, hangar 2, hangar 3, up to hangar 9, I think. And we played in the second biggest hangar at like a prime time, and we'd never been to France. You know what I mean? There's this guy called Jean-Louis Broussard who's like been booking this festival for like 30 years or something ridiculous. He's like a tastemaker in France. He's responsible for taking Beastie Boys out there for the first time. Who else? Lenny Kravitz. So he's like these names. Like he's broken artists in France, you know, and he saw us. Like, I think our French label introduced us to him, and he was like, "Love these guys." Gave us a wicked slot at a wicked time, and we went and we smashed it. We put on the show of our lives, mate. And on the next day, we had like 50 inquiries from all over France. Festival bookers, gig event managers, just wanting us to come and play their event. So then we spent the next like 12 months touring, 18 months touring France relentlessly. We were there every weekend for like 2 or 3 shows.
What?
And like madness out there. The production, they have all these events in their cities and towns that are like massively supported and funded by the government. So it's like a community thing, and like all local people come. They have like the chefs, a local top chef. The people who are doing the backstage are all like local people, and the people are volunteering, so they want to be there. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
such a beautiful. The sound man is just like cares so much about it all. And when I'm so used to like playing dingy like backroom bars and clubs and stuff in UK where the sound man's been there for 12 years, and it's like. Let me know when you're ready, then, mate. You know, it's not. It doesn't have not all of them. That I don't want to like tar them all with the same brush, but I've experienced that quite a bit. But in France, it's just completely different level. The stages are massive. The sound equipment's pucker, like because they have the money to do it all, and they book brilliant acts and us. And as we were going around doing all these shows, we met so many incredible French artists and made connections with them. We were doing a radio show in London at the time, so sometimes when we'd go out there, we'd interview them, you know, and then we'd play them on our radio show. Anyway, fast forward 12 months, we're sort of thinking about doing another album, well, an EP actually. So we're speaking to our label in France, Banzai Lab, they're called, and we're saying, yeah, we're thinking about doing an EP with this person and this person. Can you reach out to any other artists in France to see if they'd be interested as well? So they reached out to a few more people. Before we knew it, we had like 15 beats that were just incredible from incredible producers, you know. So that album, every song's a different producer.
What?
Yeah, but they're all like brilliant artists, and then we mixed it all. last May, June sort of time at the Rattle in London, which are like our studios in London, with a guy called Bobby Bloomfield, who was in a band. Could you remember Does It Offend You? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like he was the drummer in that, and he's also one of the guys who set up the Rattle, which is our studio, and he's an incredible producer. So he engineered it all. So I had all these amazing producers sending us stuff, and then we recorded it all there, and then he engineered it all to just make it just all tie in together. So we, you know, that how on earth does all them pieces come together and form that wicked album? It is amazing, all them little bits, but that is to do with like our approach to life, you know, personalities and community and connection. I don't think we'd have been able to do it otherwise.
Do you find, because like the biggest connection is when you're live because of Use Boy's energy? And sorry, what's your DJ called?
Don't know. No, I'm joking. Savage Henry.
I thought you were going to reveal like you've got rid of your DJ or something. I was like, oh, what's in that?
Savage Henry is, people call him Henry, but his real name, Morgan. He works at the Rattle as well. Guys, just give us a thumbs up. He's an absolute bad man. Morgan, the microphone warden. Yeah, he's such a legend. But yeah, our DJ, Savage Henry.
Yeah, so you've all got like a proper good energy about you and chemistry when you're on stage, and that just really rolls out. So I wonder if that, you know, when you're over in France, and the French are predominantly known for being quite blasé and proud of not opening up and speaking English. It's like, you come over here, you're going to learn our language.
Are we?
You've gone over there and they've proper took to you.
Yeah. We've been, but it's like we went over there on a different level to what we are over here.
Yeah, I hear you, because of the introduction through the dude.
Yeah,
who
because of the introduction
over there.
Like we were going over there and we were like having interviews with like the equivalent of Radio 1.
Yeah.
Or BBC News. You know what I mean? We went out there at that level, and you'd get off the plane, you'd be greeted by someone like, oh, too many teas, you know, can we help? We would take you back to your like hotel and your suite, and you know, backstage is just beautiful. That you're treated so much. There's a lot more respect, I guess, for the arts, I think, out there.
Do you think for the hip hop scene as well?
Mate, France, one of the first hip hop albums I ever listened to was a French artist called Science Super Crew, which is just bonkers. Like I learned a lot of my, and they're like, like the flow, the melodies, the rhythms of it was just like captured me. You know what I mean? I was like, I want to rap like this. So for 15 years later to then be in France, and us like, we go back to the, you know, and you can see the people, they can't understand what we're saying, but they can feel the energy, the flow, and they appreciate the flow and the rhythm.
The cadence, the rhythm.
Cause it's just loose lips. I try better than I sing, so go ahead.